Very well. Yeah, the exclusive interview, so, and there's a special man, and of course, in our space, especially sports, Ghana for new years, follow yeah, space, enemy year, in fact, or double as the president of the Ghana Olympic Committee, and of course, the president of the Weightlifting Federation, Ghana, and no other person like big man. Ben Nunoo Mensah, or na enyimire one-on-one, yeah, no, a twetwe nkɔmmɔ na afei yɛho a lot more about GOC and the new happenings or update of GOC, and of course the Weightlifting Federation. Yenwie without touching on World Athletics ever started just Friday coming, and how any ADHD or any many other interesting issues be bring on this one-on-one. And anyway, the president of the GOC, Ben Nunoo Mensah, and the president of the Ghana Weightlifting Federation, and this exclusive. President, anyway, Memoakwaba.
Mushroom, Major, so Miss Memoakwaba, ever me, and say, you ma more any dear, Modi Rura baby, and I am my expertise, number two, but Baba Miss Memoakwaba.
President, I had easy. Second paradise pa na yaba no ha a top notch pa we heavy president said a man for cannabon no I'm saying we ha me sampa we heavy ampa
mas ni ametimi aka say nyame hira yen kakra nti yegusu bompai na ongusu hira yen sa
amen president yen sha say free the Ghana Olympic Committee so far saying a new city because sometime past the Olympic Committee never news no more whether good or bad, but they say there's a BBA can you walk us through the update about your office or the Ghana Olympic Committee?
Well, I should answer na my reply. I'm saying my correction kakra. My weightlifting president bio my hand over close to a year now at the Honorable Jerry Shai. So my elections man contested by Jerry Shai ne winning. And Jerry Shai Jerry Shai was on the chief executive Coastal Development Authority. Okay. Into one weightlifting presidency here or a mini akitwa into Miss Mita and a cheaper and you may be with weightlifting Mita and a chairman in a year. Say GOC hasn't been in the news for a bad reason and the America say if GOC has not been in the news for good reasons for and yet Mejidi say whichever way you look at it now, too much talk about an organization or media no na one a good size one a bad size. Unfortunately, you have go forecast negative news and a tompa until you be a sports institution be some reduce one not just for the bad reason until say who can say GOC hasn't been in the news and the America say for Ghana sports news send them new no they be yanka bad no kwani nya papa no I know the men kasi be different from what we have done in the past and I say what other GOC presidents have done. I've just decided say the uncofo can be no what the ye wujuma pa no and they be you no when you be almost can radio so enye no cre I've had issues and I've had times I be one or two journalists I can be anymore and say before no court to the extent and I say one year mama no men found court any day no patrol but I think say on the whole no GOC hasn't had that bad publicity so far during my tenure. I think say together and say I've been president of GOC for close to 6.5 years and now 7 years. 7 years. Men can say it's been bad with the media because we forged a good collaboration with the media and it's been good. I think say maybe media for so about because the Juma Power more and especially for the first time I be a Ghana Olympic Games in 40 years I winning medal. It was more and more who the rules are. And maybe a struggle to get these athletes in the year, me more dear, make us say even though we haven't been in the news, Juma Pana, more media for no, Mabo who they will and I'm very happy. Mamo manning near Jews in Kwa, but it should cast across all the sports federation because we need more. Sports na a big brand.
Yeah.
See to me build the brand here. sika bebem. Because no brand manager want to be associated with a product are negative. Nti say ye nyina ye kan boom, especially media for no. Near ye juma no boom. The sports brand ebe kosro. Brand also kosro. Make I say the second beneficiaries of any good women in the sports industry. Media for.
Yeah.
Oh, any panel sponsor athletes no for a competition. That is the first benefit. Athletes in benefiting.
Yeah.
But say me a brands manager na say me sponsor sports. Better say be omo the media ni be ka ho. E be aye kwa America
Publicity.
for publicity,
Yeah.
for visibility, for mileage.
Yeah.
Oh, into more media for no, you have a lot of responsibility to create the kind of brand that be attractive for sponsors to want to associate with. Oh, into having said that, no, as much as yenso say yeah the pa most be ka ho asem no. Most mo hwe say e dia na yensu betimi aya e betimi page brand.
President, in the next 2 years, I'm sure say you organize a very good election. Now, why 2 terms of 4 years successfully? Would you want to continue on?
No. I don't think my kids will even forgive me for wanting to go and do another. Any pay yeah, been 60, and I had planned my life say by 58, now I retire. So at least you can have some, you can enjoy, a relaxing life. My life from right after school, my Juma has been very, very stressful. I haven't really had time, apart from occasional holidays, once a year holiday now, I haven't really had time to start living life for myself. My entire life, I've lived it for people. And see, I think, anytime after 60, I start living life for myself and start rewarding myself. So that's what I plan to do. There's too much chaos. There's too much in sports. I don't think, after 60, I want to be doing sports. I've done sports for my entire school days, even from my primary school all the way to, until I think it's about time, and just say, I buy, there's so many landmarks that I'm going to leave. And definitely also here Kakra, you need to move on so that one more which you also can have the opportunity to also come and serve.
But can we trust Omomochi in transition? You think that one mentor will be when you are no more the president of GOC, you will be able and capable?
Oh, I think that there are so many of them. If we stop seeing people in a negative light, and then start wearing a positive eyeglasses now, you can see them. They're all over. I mean, there are so many federation heads. I wouldn't want to mention names, but there are so many of them they are into sports because of what they want to give to the sports. Not, of course, they are into sports to, hey, yes, they are there. I know they don't close my eyes and see so. But there are people like me who rather want to put their money into sports rather than take money from sports and put it in their pocket. If you look hard, you find them. And I'm sure, if I have to move on, and when I move on, there will be an equally good replacement. It will be very painful, Congress would be with all the progress, and I say, baby, you do know, and I say, be a standard, they could see, and then Congress will elect people who, like I say, they are going to bring us back. That would be very unfortunate.
President, my miss this critical question. Taekwondo under GOC.
I think, use a way to explain a lot of things in sports.
Yeah.
There is no single national federation now who are answerable to the GOC.
Okay.
No single federation is answerable to the GOC. Okay. They are answerable to their international federation. For instance, GFA is part of the GOC. Yeah. But we don't control what happens at the GFA. FIFA. It's wrong. It is FIFA who dictates to the GFA. Yeah. It's the same thing. There's weightlifting Africa. I mean, GOC, when I was president of weightlifting, GOC can't tell me what to do at my weightlifting. Okay. It is only my international weightlifting federation a bit to me, actually me say anyway. No sports federation is under. We don't have direct control. However, some raising national teams for international games, like Olympic Games and our Conway game. Yeah. Because GOC in the end one mandate, and America said the franchise to take Ghana to international games. Raising athletes in Sana. No, we don't have brain. And the end we have control over the athletes, over the national teams. Young fans saying Olympic Congo Games, if Meteors had qualified and they were going, kets at the meteors for Mamia. I have total control over the meteors because me I'm the one call. But on the day-to-day running of the GFA, I have no say.
Okay.
Just say ebia assembly GFA. Na FIFA for alpha 4 no my friend IOC president say yes remo assembly Ghana. Near per se mumma the National Olympic Committee no and take over the National Federation no mo hwe ne entoto niam yie. Eno de etesi pa. Eno de yes then we are being directed by IOC and I said they are IF me can say IF for International Federation and in the case of football FIFA no to take over the National Federation. Beyond that, we don't have any say in any National Federation issue. When they have their issues, they should refer to the International Federation.
Very well. The president of the Ghana Olympic Committee and one-on-one. We share page, now we're subscribing the camera. A lot more exclusives now about in our subsequent interviews. President, Buami Kakra, on Friday, World Athletics started in the US of A. Me name the interest because quite recently, as a Ghana interest, shifted to athletics because of Azamatinum and the few other ones are more account, more especially the relay team and the last edition. What should be the expectation and what do you say about these young boys, more especially going into the world athletics?
I think so. The interest in athletics is not only say air shifty, but it's climbing way up, and it's because of what I've seen, the signage, and I say, say, the brotherliness, what the current crop of track and field stars are, most of them who are based in the US. I mean, Ben is a personal, as a meba, Joe Paul, no more, and you can see the personal relationship between them. It was the same kind of signage, what those time now be Christian Siano Mone, Timothy Hesse, it was the same way Emma Momo excelling very well in world athletics. I think that era is coming back. And please, on any day, on any time, trust Azamati. Look, Azamati can be as good as any athletes in the world. And by 100 meters, it's anybody's game. By the time you blink, it's finished. It's depending on how good a start you get, and I say how good day you have. I think so. And for me, I have a lot of hope, especially in the 4x100 meter team. Joe Paul and Azamati and Co. I have a lot of hope, at least in the Conway game. At least, I don't see us going beyond the silver medal. At least. I know these boys will pick the silver.
So qualify to the final of the 4x1.
They'll be there. I know it's a foregone conclusion. But I think they should be able to pick up the silver. And not only do we have other athletes like the triple jumper, Deborah. She's doing marvelously well. And you can compare her to any athletes in the Commonwealth. And so for the first time in so many years, it looks like Ghana's track and field is coming back and take its place in Africa.
So you call for government support and Ghana for support for these young athletes?
I've been calling for that and I keep calling. I think the last discussion I had with the minister, when I went approaching him for support, I got the impression, or not the impression, I was told, government is, funding tickets for one or more call even from their base to Oregon. And then from there, they'll even fund their tickets from there to Birmingham. They're even giving